Hey guys, and welcome to game number 75 out of 100 of my Human vs. AI series, where I'm taking on the AI-powered Scrabble-bot BestBot in a 100-game match. We're on a 2-game win streak, which is why I'm still wearing my sunglasses and hat. I put them on in game 73, hoping to turn the tide after 3 very tough losses in 70 through 72, and it worked. 2 pretty big wins in 73 and 74 means the tire is still on, and it's looking like a good start here today, guys, in game 75. BestBot's first, but I will... Barring some incredible defensive effort from BestBot, I'll be bingoing because I've got Tailfin on my rack and a plethora of possible 8s like Fixation, Faintish, Intifada, several others I'm sure too. So we'll see what the bot does, but I imagine I will be starting this one off with a bingo, which is always good, especially against an opponent as fearsome as BestBot is. So we'll see. Will I get my 3rd win in a row with the sunglasses and the hat, or will they finally be coming off? Time will tell, but we'll see. Bot taking its time here, and we'll have to wait and see what it comes up with to start off this game. Alright, the bot, after almost 2 minutes, settles on Gene for 10 in a interesting looking placement. You normally don't see 4 other words placed with a tile in the double-double line, but sometimes you do if you want to avoid exposing a back hook to a double-double, which makes sense because if the bot had played Gene in the normal sort of spot with the E on the star, so playing it right here basically, then it would have allowed me to hook Gene's or Jeanette potentially for a double-double down the K column. So I guess it figured that double-double 8s through the G were less likely, which is reasonable. So alright, Tailfin and A Gene is there. That's pretty good. That is 77 points, I believe. Yeah, 77, so not bad at all. Question is, do I have anything through the G? I mean, fainting is not great. It's not a double-double, and it opens a lot. Any double-doubles to the G, or possibly something to this E. Worth just going through the alphabet quickly here, because I don't want to miss something if it's there, but I feel like there's probably nothing, is my instinct. Let's see. Faithing, I'm pretty sure, is also good, but that doesn't really help me more than faint. Oh, anti-life. Jeesh. Yeah, I should have seen that immediately, especially given I was already making a blank in L for Tailfin. Yeah, so anti-life is there. Let me just make sure that there's nothing better or anything through the G. I don't think so. All right, yeah, anti-life it is. Definitely better than Tailfin. I mean, it does open a few more floaters, but it's 6 more points. So, especially this early in the game, definitely taking the points. Ugh, not a good draw here. I mean, I got an S, but 6 vowels, not good. Netlier comes down. So, all right, bot comes right back. And do I need to trade here? Maybe just trade 5. I mean, I'm not dying to play Louis for 8. Like, AIS is already a bit worse than ES or something like that. Gives back a ton, too, by way of scoring and floaters. That can't be worth it for 8 points. There's no way. There's absolutely no way that's worth it. Anything through this TL, perhaps? Like, if I had a 7, even if I used my S, I'd probably do it for a double-double. But not quite. Like, Oolite, Osteal... Not going to quite work. I could play Unknown, but that gives back a massive scoring spot on the 1 row. Putting the I next to that double letter next to the triple word, definitely a big no-no. Anything from this G and Gene? Not really. I'm not going to play Goose. Uri doesn't fit. Alright, I think I should trade here. The question is, it might be worth, honestly, holding on to the A for A Gene. You know, also because I have so many vowels, the pool's already a bit constant heavy. I think, honestly, trading 4 holding AES here is the play. There's also a lot of floating constants, like N, T, L, F potentially to work with. It's a little unorthodox. Like, normally I would definitely trade down to ES here, but just because the A gene hook is pretty strong, like, there's just not a lot of good places to play 7s aside from that. I think there's enough upside there that I am going to actually trade 4 and keep a slightly more vowel-heavy lead than usual. I could also just keep AS, but the E is good enough. I think it's better to do this. So I'll do that. All right, well, I got another A, so I guess it would have worked out fine. Ooh, livelier, another bingo, but I'll score well here, so that's okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll score very well with Craze at the minimums. What's that, 6, 8, 9, 57. Is that best? Probably. I mean, Zoeal is 48, but Craze has to be better. Also take out that R. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything else, really. I don't see anything through the E and Livelier that scores a ton, putting the Z on the triple letter or anything. So, yeah, I think it's got to be Craze here. I mean, it's just too many points not to do. Basically a tie game. Let's see. There's something here, right? Yeah, there's this through the I. If it stays open, that would be 80. So hopefully that stays open, because I don't think there's anything else. Something we'll want to watch out for, two guys. And I realized I almost had Gazogene here. There's extensions to Gene. There's a lot of them. Like, yeah, Gazogene, like I said, Gazogene. That would have been pretty sweet if I had a G. Oncogene. Many, many others, too. Sure, Anti-Gene is probably the most high probability one. I'm sure there's some others as well I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. I think Zymogene as well, actually. Maybe Cymogene too. I think Cymogene as well. I'm not positive on that one. But yeah, definitely something to watch out for. Anti-Lifer is also there. Dang it. My bingo got blocked. That's a shame, but not too shocked. So, alright. What do I want to do then? Now I have to think a little bit. Probably Mango over here. 29 keeps AS. Does give back an X spot, I guess, but I'm not too worried about that. I guess I could consider Among. 25. I don't want to give up 4 points just for the potential of an X spot. Like, the thing is, guys, I mean, yeah, if he has Axe, right, or XU, he's going to score 55, and that sucks. But, like, his average play on this board, you know, is probably 35 anyway, just given how open it is and how perfect his word knowledge is, that, you know, to give up 4 points for the possibility of him scoring 20 above average, that means he'd need to have the X, like, 20% of the time. He doesn't have the X that often, right? Because, like, I don't think he would have had the X with Alnico, most likely. He would have had something decent. So for him to have drawn it, right, like 5 tiles out of over 50 in the bag, that means there's less than a 10% chance he drew it, right? So there's less than a 20% chance he has it. So, like, it's just not worth it, you know, to give up 4 points for that kind of hotspot. Like, it's a common, you know, common theme I see, especially among newer players, is being terrified of these spots. And, like, yeah, all else being equal, I'd probably rather not open it, but it's just usually because, especially at the top level, when so much scoring is bingo dominated, it's just often not really worth sacrificing a lot of equity to avoid opening these spots, because, like, it's just not that much higher than average for your opponent. And let's face it, I'm also, with Mango, blocking a lot of high-scoring plays down the M column next to the O and Alnico, right? I mean, that's also a hot spot with the double letter, double word. So, yeah, I think that looks fine to me. I'm really just not that concerned about the X with everything else going on here. I guess if I really wanted to not open that, I could also play Maggie in over here. 1 fewer point. OS, especially with 6 O's left, though, is considerably worse than AS. That's still a pretty clear equity sacrifice. Yeah, I'm going to stick to Mango. I'm really just... Look, I could also draw the X, right? That's another thing, too, guys. Like, if I don't think the bot had the X before, if it missed it, I'm drawing 5 tiles, too. I could draw the X, and I already have an A for Axe. Like, I mean, I don't know. I think this has to be a better play. I'm just, like I said... There you go. I just got the X, right? What did I tell you? You know, that's why it's usually, I'm not saying never, but it's usually just not good to sacrifice, and the bot did play well there for 40, so I guess I sort of bailed the bot out, but like it's still just usually not worth it to sacrifice all that many points to avoid opening those kind of spots. But alright, I need to find another plan for my X now, since that did not stay open. So maybe Doxy somewhere or something. Don't see anywhere great for it. I could also just play Oxy. It's 38. Am I worried about overlaps on the right? I also set up Dox is good now, so I also set up plays with Dox for myself in the next turn. There's not much that goes after GO. I guess Gob. Like, you could play like Boat for 50. It's not likely. There's only 2 Bs left. Not too worried about that. Yeah, I like Oxy for now. I hate keeping 2 A's, honestly, with the aging hook there, and there's only 2 A's left, so it's very unlikely I'm going to get a 3rd A. So I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, I think Oxy is just a lot more points than the other options I'm seeing here. Yeah, I don't really see anything. I'm not dying to hold on to this X now that the spot is gone. Rather probably try to focus on bingoing. So yeah, let's play Oxy here. See what happens. Okay, so I get another S. Don't think I have a bingo here. It's a little bit awkward. Ooh, I almost have like steadfast. I have the right letters for it with this E and this T on row 3, but I need the T to be like 5 spots more to the right or something. That would be pretty cool. Alright, the bot has vowels, clearly. Emu for 24. Aft, I mean, that looks good to me. 33 points. Nothing wrong with sads as a leave. Takes out that spot. Yeah, aft doesn't take an S. If it took an S, I'd be playing the S for 4 more points since I have 2 of them. So that, yeah, I mean, that looks solid to me. I don't know what else I'm going to really do here that's better. I don't have a way to overlap emu. I don't have anything that goes in front of ME. I don't have anything other than the T that goes in front of UT. So, alright, yeah, aft looks pretty solid to me. Let's do it. Degasses. Is it going to play? Aging, dang, it makes dut. That's not a word. Does it not play right now? Yeah, Netlier, of course, doesn't take an S. Gene, not a word. Huh, shoot, that's annoying. Anything to a T? I don't believe so. Degasser dressage with an R. But that's not in the right spot. Huh, feels like something ought to play here, but maybe not. Maybe he'll open something. We'll see. It'll be nice. Because I'm not up much. I'd love to get a bingo down here just to increase the size of my lead a little bit, but we'll see. Bot very well might have other ideas. Trades 4. Interesting. I wonder what it had. It presumably had a lot of vowels with emu. Maybe it just had a bunch of O's and U's and stuff. There is some garbage here, guys. I mean, 5 O's, 3 U's, a V, the Q. So, yeah, there's some bad stuff out there he could have easily had. But, okay. Well, I don't think I'm bingoing. He obviously didn't open anything for me. Yeah, degasses, like I said, unfortunately, just doesn't fit because dut isn't valid. And yeah, Gene, no. Aft's no. So I'm pretty sure I'm not bingoing. I feel like it's got to be on the D column my best play. Honestly, I don't mind ages. I mean, I do kind of like keeping that A for a Gene. It's amazing to me that nobody's played a Gene yet. I almost have Geso Gene again with an S. See, I need to keep watching out for that. I don't think there's anything there, though, now. I mean, the only thing I can put in front of Ed is the S or G. Yeah, actually, oh, you know what I should do? I should play Seg for sure. I should totally play Seg instead of ages, right? I mean, it's like, what, 1 less point? It's, yeah, I mean, it's 3 less points. That the A's got to be worth 3 points here with the A Gene hook, right? And also just, you know, minimizing the chances of me drawing some of the garbage the bot just threw back. Yeah, I think I'm definitely willing to sacrifice 3 points here to hold on to my A. Let's play Seg for sure. Wow, I get another S. And there's still another one left. Yeah, that's the first S that was played of the game. So yeah, definitely, I'm glad I played that S. Having 3 S's does start to legitimately be too many. I mean, 2 S's is fine, because then you can often play off 1 for a decent score like I just did and keep the other. But 3 S's, you know, like in life, in Scrabble, sometimes too much of a good thing is not such a good thing. And the same is true with S's. So, alright, I'll definitely want to try to play off like OK or KOS, maybe, KOS somewhere. I'm up a bit, not up a ton though. I'm up 36, so obviously a bingo by the bot catapults it right back into the lead. And in terms of lines, there's the top with the A or the N. There's A Gene. There's still 2 A's. All right, well, A Gene finally has been used. The bot plays Aurora for 21, blowing up a bunch of tiles, and that's it for the A's. So, all right, yeah, I got to think here now. So what do I want to do? So there's Aurora and Auroras. honestly, I kind of... Ooh, do I want to be aggressive and do this? Ooh, that's interesting. Or even something here, maybe. Soak. Set up my S. Well, okay. The bot obviously didn't keep an S with this, right? Because it would have played Auroras for a bingo. We know that. There's 25 left, which means the chances of the bot... Well, there were 31 in the bag when it drew, so 6 out of 31 it got the S. It's only 20%, guys. That's not great. That's really not great. I think it probably pays to be aggressive here. Probably Oka, right? I mean... Oka or Soak? Maybe Soak. Like, I do get rid of the E, which isn't ideal, but I also minimize overlaps down the B column, which is valuable. You know, with 3 O's for Oka, yeah, I don't want to give it just easy plays like DOH or something either. So yeah, probably... I mean, I guess Soak does still allow DOH, actually, huh? It still allows those kind of plays. But it at least stops some longer plays there. I could also play Soak like this. 8 points to give up, that feels like a lot. It does minimize overlaps really well, though. It's not crazy. Huh, interesting turn. I mean, this I think is just too passive. Like, I think I should be aggressive here. Like I said, the bot is only about 20% to have an S. Like, if it has the blank, unless it happens to have a bingo, it's not going to use it for it, most likely. So yeah, probably just, it's either Oka or Soak. I mean, yeah, DESS, I don't know. It's also, no, with that many constants left, I don't want to keep DESS. It's too constant heavy. I think I'm going to play Soak. Yeah, it's between Soak, SOAK, and SOKE. It's close, because yeah, eight fewer points, but it's so much harder to defend against the hook, and it's harder to overlap, and it's a better leave. Like, I know 8's a lot to give up, but this play has a lot of things going for it. It's also harder to overlap on the right, you know, with like AA too, because even after Soak, he can also overlap on the right for a lot with like, yeah, I mean, BEY and other things. Like, I don't know, guys. I'm honestly really leaning, I like this play a lot. It's definitely non-standard, but it has a lot of upside. I'm going to do it. Let's see what happens. Dang. All right, well, I got the other S at least. And yeah, see, this is why, though, I was a little bit concerned about the vowel situation. I didn't draw any more vowels. But I can still leave that open. Like, I don't have to go there now. Yeah, and the bot play is just... I mean, I'm not really thinking I'm going to go there, because what am I going to do? Like, I'm not going to play PES. That's pretty lame. So maybe... If I have anything with, like... Oh, I must have Nomad or something. Through this OMA. I need to watch my time too. Anything with like omas, pleromas or something? No. Okay, so yeah, Jet threatening maybe some plays with an O on the bottom. Oh, you know what? I should probably just play Scalp. Yeah, it's 41 points. Doesn't really give too much back. This has to be the play. Unless, I don't think I should play Scalps. It's still the last S. Yeah, alright, that's gotta be it. Let's do that. Alright, not a terrible draw, I feel like. Get a couple of vowels, which is good. Get one of the last E's. If I can... Ooh. Dang, and 9. Okay. But I'm still... So there's that Q left, huh? I really do not want that Q. Man, this is going to be a tough one. I mean, wait, bidded? That's not a word, is it? Isn't it just bidden? Yeah, I don't think bidded is a word. Honestly, I don't hate bid. It's basically a tie game. Have a decent chance to bingo. A lot of flexibility on the next turn. Block some plays on the left. I don't think that's a terrible play, is it? Doesn't seem like it. Only plays off 2 tiles, so relatively small chances of picking up the dreaded Q. I'm kind of liking it. I also want to save some time for this endgame if I need it. So I'd like to play quickly if I can. Yeah, all right, let's do that. Okay. Cephaloid? Bro immediately. Dang, Displode blocked. Dipoles, diplos, spoil, despoil. Cephaloid. Shoot, there's no anagram for that, is there? Dang it. Alright, but I'm still not down much. Yeah, I wonder what I should do here. I mean, the bot... Do I go all in on trying to hope the bot has the Q? I probably do. Because, like, if I draw the Q, I mean, I'm not going to get stuck with it, but I just don't feel like I can win. I'm not in a good position here. I'm kind of down a bit. So I probably... Oh, man, this is tough. I probably need to... I guess I could go for, like, Choir, but that's just not going to be enough through the U in Aurore and the R in Netlier. I have a good way to set up my S somehow? Not really. Yeah, I mean, if the bot has the Q in the endgame, it could be tough for it, because it's going to often have to just play, like, QI for 11 and waste a turn. Like, even if it has the U, it's not that easy for it to play off the Q. That's the thing. Maybe I block the I and L Nico, and maybe I just go all in on hoping the bot drew the Q. There's a decent chance it did. It had a 30% chance of drawing it if it didn't already have it. So I don't hate that plan, honestly. I have the S for crazes and omas. I think if the bot has the Q, I should be able to win. Maybe even something like Plied. I mean, seems probably reasonable. I do kind of like keeping the E, though. This does score well, which is nice. I mean, Quid would still be available, but if the bot has to play Quid, I can... Oh, well, yeah, no, I can't have... You know, actually, one nice thing, though, is if I get the Q, I have QIS in the corner on the bottom left. I did just realize that, guys. Huh. And this does set up another QI spot. See, here, this is interesting, because if I get the Q, I have the I. The bot doesn't have an I. Huh. Yeah, that's actually interesting. And, I mean, I take a slight lead, right? I take a 7-point lead, which could be significant. If I get the Q, I'm threatening QIS for, like, 45 in the bottom left. And if the bot blocks, it's going to probably not go out in 2. It's going to have to play 2 tiles. And if I play QI, especially with the S, I think I'm often winning that. I mean, it could score with Foxy, too. There's that. It's going to be close. I need to save some time, though. And this seems like a pretty good play. Stopping some Q plays from the bot and putting myself in good shape if I get it. Let's do it. I don't get the Q, but now the bot's stuck. Isn't it? I mean, where is it playing this Q? Like, I gotta be careful, though, because it's going to score a ton with Foxy and, like, yeah, or something. So, but I think I can just play, like, OHS on the bottom left and then, like, Tui and outrun it without even having to, like, calculate a crazy stick situation. Because, okay, so... First things first, is the bot stuck? Let me think as much as I can on its time, because I'm down to 2 minutes. Well, okay, there's no I left, because I just blocked it. There's no... Well, it can't play Cot unless there's an AT. There's no... Okay, there's this U in Aurore, but Quor doesn't work or anything. It doesn't have Choir. See, that was the key, guys. The bot doesn't have an I. I don't think there's any way the bot can, like, set up the Q. Yeah, I mean, I think it's stuck. Because, yeah, where's... Yeah, the bot's stuck. There's definitely nowhere to play QI. So, alright, it's probably going to play, like, Yod or Yeah, I would imagine. It might try to... Well, the thing is, I'm just going to drop OH if it doesn't go there to block that spot 100%. So, alright, I mean, if it plays YEH, that's a lot. Like, 27, 32... That's 49 points. That is a lot of points. So if it does that, it goes up 42. Can I just go out, actually? No, I can't go out. But I can play OHS, like I said, on the bottom left. Or even just OH. Or just UH. Honestly, probably just UH, and then I can play, like, crazes later. Yeah, that's the idea, then. I think if it... Yeah, okay. If it plays on the bottom right, I think then I just play UH, right, for 20. And then I'm going to play... How does it block crazes? Like with DOV, it doesn't, I don't think. Like, and I just play crazes and then I go out maybe, or just keep nickel and diming it. Because it's also, maybe I could even V-stick it, actually, if it plays YEH. Well, I probably can't quite V-stick it, but... Yeah, I mean, I think... I honestly could also probably just go out and 2 with OHS and then 2E. That's got to be enough also. If I don't even want to sweat it out for a Q-stick. I feel confident I'm winning here. Yeah, the bot is taking its full 3 minutes, as it should. I mean, it can't play its Q, so it might as well just score, right? Like, I assume it's going to play either Yod or Yeah. Probably Yeah. I don't think the H is that big an asset here. Like, if it tries to play EH in the bottom left corner, saving Yeah, then I'm just going to play O and block it. Yod, okay, interesting. So, alright, EHQV left. I mean, yeah, if I just play, like, or something, I mean, this has to win. This has to win. Because I guess it wants to be able to block crazes with... Well, Homa doesn't even block crazes, though. That just helps it. If it plays Awe, then it's V-stuck, because I can block Vid, and that's a disaster for it. I mean, yeah, this has to win here, guys, right? Like, come on. This absolutely has to win. And I think the O is probably better than the U. Yeah, I mean, C going out is a bit... Yeah, I mean, this has to win. This absolutely has to win. Like, I just don't see how this doesn't win. Alright, it does play Awe. But now... oh, I don't have a good place to go in front of id, though, do I? Wait. Let me just make sure it's stuck with the V, right? I mean, I can play 2 tiles. I just need to make sure I don't play something that gives it a Q spot, though. Okay, hold on. So, alright, let's just play, like, Fit, right? I mean, it'll play off its H, but, I mean, I'm getting 28 points for QV. Like, I don't really care. It's definitely V-stuck, isn't it? I mean, it's going to get Heme, but that's fine. I'll win easily. Because I'm going to be able to play Scalps and something. Yeah, this wins, no problem. For sure. I mean, it has to play Heme. Okay, and now it's VQ stuck. Because, yeah, now, like I said, so I'm getting 28. I only need 5 points with these 2 tiles. So let's just play, I guess Seago first, right? Is fine. 24 seconds, all right. Yeah, let's just do this. Pass, okay. A-Genes or Scalps? I guess Scalps, right? Is probably best. I think Scalps is best. Might be something better. I'm down to like 9 seconds. Let's just do this. Whew! Man, what a game. Wow. 449 to 434. What a freaking game. That was one of the best games of the series, guys, honestly. That ending was something else. I think Plied was a really good play. I'm really happy with that. Assuming I didn't miss a bingo or something. There's a lot to unpack here. There is a lot to unpack. Wow. So okay, let's go back to the beginning first. So the bot, wow, what really? Gene instead of genre? Is the R worth 6 points? That's an odd looking play to me. I mean, you give back all those hooks you don't have with like A-Gene, Jeanette, and stuff. And I mean, I don't know, for 6 points, I don't think ERN is 6 better than EN in general. And does the giving back the R for floaters really change my bingo percentage that much? I don't know. It's a weird looking play to me. I would have played genre for sure. Yeah, this just doesn't feel right, but okay. Yeah, Anti-Life. Glad I saw that and didn't settle for Tailfin. The bot bingo's back. Yeah, no, I mean, I saw these plays. There's no way in heck I'm doing that. Like, for 6 points, any of these plays just open way too much. Absolutely not. Bot bingos. Yeah, Craze looks fine here. Alnico keeping 2 more vowels. Oh, so I did it. So I had Gazogene here. Okay, yeah, I don't think it's right. I mean, spending it. It's not crazy, honestly, with 3 S's unseen, and MAN is still a good leave for either scoring or bingoing. It's not crazy, to be honest. I don't hate it. I still think Mango is fine. Like, the S is still a pretty good tile, so yeah, especially if I set up Mangoes. I think that's fine. Bob plays Wall keeping garbage. Oxy, yeah, it's fine. I mean, Axons, the Y is nice for scoring, but I think, again, the S still has some value here, so That looks good. And the bot plays, yeah, Emu just hanging on by a thread, avoiding exchanging, but I guess on its next turn it had to, yeah, ugh. I mean, you have to trade here. Look at this. Like, there's not even a static choice that's not trading. Yeah, this is so bad. Keeps AIR. I like it. You know, it's 12 vowels, 28 consonants. A very, very consonant heavy pool. So it's an insightful decision by the bot. Obviously, AIR looks a little strange to leave. Normally you'd see AR probably over that in a vacuum, but the bot's smartly observing that it's much more likely to pull consonants, which means keeping a slight edge of vowels on your rack makes some sense. Yes, Seg, this was a very good play too by me, I think. Again, constant heavy pool, valuable for aging, way better than ages for 3 less points. So glad I thought that one through. But, wow, still draws vowels. Yeah, at this point, might as well just play Aurora and hope for some better stuff. Yeah, this turn. Yeah, maybe I should just do DAC. Yeah, I didn't think about DAC. That's a lot of points to give up. And it still does keep the S for Dax and E for Aurora. Yeah, maybe I got a little too cute here. I mean, I don't hate my play. Like I said, EDS is maybe EDS is just too consonant heavy even for this pool though. Yeah, because DAC does keep 2 vowels, which is nice. Yeah, I didn't see DAC for some reason there. I got very fixated on setting up my S. I do like the aggression, like I said, given that I have 2 S's, which means the bot only has the S, I think, about 20% of the time, like I said, like 6 out of 30. So I like aggression in principle here, but maybe I just gave up too much by way of points and also leave in this pool. I mean, DAC is 9 more points, and the leave is better in that pool, so that's a lot to give up for this S setup. That being said, obviously there's a ton of upside. Now, I do stand by Soak the way I played it instead of Soak over here. It is 8 fewer points, but the leave is way better. I mean, there are no A's left, but the E's are also scarce, and the E is just so much better, especially with a D on the rack. And it's a lot easier for the bot to overlap this. So I don't mind Soak the way I did it over this Soak. But yeah, honestly, I probably should have just played DAC. Or maybe even DAX. Maybe DAX. Like, the 2 S's aren't that useful. Yeah, honestly, I think I should have played DAX. With the blank still out and just a lot of consonants, I think DAX would have just been a sounder play overall. I think I got a little bit too cute. It worked out okay, but yeah, I don't think that was necessary. So probably a slight mistake on my part there. The bot plays Jut. Glad I saw Skelp here. Yeah, honestly, Skelps is probably not crazy, but it's still the case S, and, you know, the blank would be nice, but you also don't want to get the Q. So that's the thing with turnover, guys. You know, it's often good, especially early in the game, but sometimes towards the end, when there's more bad stuff than good stuff, even when there's a blank unseen, it's better to avoid it. Like, I don't necessarily need the blank here. I have a lead. I really just need to avoid the Q. Then the bot gets down Disorient. Yeah, Daintier is there, but Disorient obviously better. Yeah, tough turn here. Bid. Yeah, I saw Bided. I saw Bidded, which I knew wasn't work. I didn't want to keep DPS, though. It's too dangerous with this constant heavy a pull. I can't afford to end up with no vowels. And also, it maximizes my chances of drawing the Q, which is obviously, at this point at least, well, if I play Bided, at least it's bad. If I play Bid, it's honestly not that bad. I don't think I really appreciated this at this point, but drawing the Q is fine because I have QIS for 40 plus here. So yeah, Bid looks like a great play. All else being equal, it's still rather the bot get the Q. And the bot did have the Q here. And it didn't play Yob. Wow. Bro. What a fascinating play here. What was the bot thinking with Bro? So it didn't want to... I mean, Yob is the most obvious play. Either Yob or just getting rid of the Q while you can. Wow, Bro. I mean, clearly it's thinking that it's saving Foxy for next turn, because what am I going to do there? I could play, like, OH, but that's about it. I'm fairly unlikely to block that with everything else going on. But, like, you're not guaranteed to have a play there. I mean, if you get an O, I guess, yeah, you're pretty likely. I mean, you get an O or an H, you have something there. Yeah, with 4 of those left in the bag, the bot's pretty likely to have something there next turn, I guess. And it probably wanted to block, like, plays such as Pooh, P-O-O-H or something for me, because that's 40 points. Wow. But this Q is going to be such a liability, because unless you draw the I, you're probably going to have to play QI, because even the U doesn't even help you much. Like, the I is ironically, the I is a way better tile, way better tile for playing the Q than the U is, because of QI and also Choir and stuff. Like, there's nowhere to play QUEY on this board. you can't fit like quad or quite through the A and anti-life. There's just like nothing to even do with QU. I mean, you could play quid, I guess. But yeah, wow. So I guess the bot is going for either an I for choir or QI and just trying to score and then, wow. I mean, it sort of makes sense. Like I said, blocking some plays on the bottom, figuring that with OOHH, also a P for yep, yeah, there's just so much stuff unseen that's going to give you a Y play. Like, you're going to get some Y play there. It's very unlikely I'm going to block. Yeah, wow. I mean, very, very sort of long-term plan here. I mean, you're sort of thinking 3 turns. You're going to do this, you're going to play with Foxy, and you're going to get rid of the Q. Like, that's a lot of stuff you have to accomplish with 6 in the bag, but I don't know. It's a plan. I'm not sure it's a good one. I still feel like I would have had a hard time not just taking Yop, because then at least, like, if you play this immediately, you also have more flexibility on your next turn, because you don't have to then spend another turn doing that and then dealing with the Q. I feel like my instinct would have been either to just play Yob and then hope for an I or something for the Q, or to just be able to drop it next turn, or just get rid of the dang Q while you can, because it turns out it couldn't on the next turn, which really came to bite it. I don't know, guys. Tough position there for the bot. I have no idea what's best there. And that's the thing. Like, Quackle Sim is not going to help, right? Especially Quackle's terrible acoustics. Like, that's part of what's so cool about Scrabble and what I love about the game in these positions. Like, it doesn't look like a great play, but it might be best. I don't really know, and we just can't really know. Like, it's almost impossible to establish, even with 6 in the bag, which isn't that large a number. There's still just so many possibilities for what I could draw, what I could play. Like, it's almost impossible to definitively establish what the best play is, which I think is just awesome. Like, you know, we can debate it all along, but we'll never really know. Obviously, very curious to hear your guys' thoughts, though, on that position. You know, really, really interesting turn for the bot there. I still have no idea what I would have done if I were the bot. Bro looks wrong, but it might be right. And then, yeah, this turn for me, I'm really, really happy with the play I made. I mean, like I said, I think emptying the bag is fine here because I need points. I'm down. Scoring 29 is great. And like I said, this sort of maximizes the utility of the Q, because if I draw the Q, I'm happy since I have QIS on the bottom left for 40 plus. If I get that down, I win. I mean, almost certainly. Unless the bot has some out in 2. Maybe it could outrun me if it has like yeah and then an out, but that's going to be tough to play yeah and then have 4 tiles out of that remaining, that play. I mean, it's possible. If it's like yeah and then doubt, D-O-U-T, then like if I draw QHV, I probably lose. Yeah, if I draw QHV, I'm going to lose. But like, whatever I do, if I draw QHV, I'm probably going to lose, guys. Like, let's face it. I can't be, you know, living my life in fear of that. But in general, if I get the Q and some reasonable tiles, then I'm in very good shape, because I'm threatening QIS, and if the bot can't play Foxy with something and then go out, I should win with that. And if the bot decides to play like OH and block, well, then it's going to have 5 tiles, and it's almost certainly not going out. And I can just play like QI and Pi. I can play QIS and Disorients. Like, I'll have options. And yeah, playing QI and Pi is great because then I save the S2 for Disorients. And I'd have 4 tiles left at that point, right? Because I'm drawing 3, so I'll have 6. If I draw the Q, I'll have QI and I'll have OS and 2 other tiles. I'm often threatening an out with Disorients that's just going to win too. So yeah, this looks great because if I draw the Q, like I said, it's not bad. And if the bot draws the Q, it's got headaches because I'm blocking QI. And unless it has Quid, it's stuck, as we established, pretty much. I guess it could have caught through this A and anti-life, but in any case, though, like, if the bot has to play caught or quid for, like, 12 or 14, then I'm often still winning, because it'll be roughly tied. If the bot's threatening a big play with Foxy, I can block, and then still have a play with Soaks on the next turn, or maybe even an out with Disorient, like. And the bot's going to probably still have a bunch of clunky stuff on his rack. Like, it's hard to know for sure, but, like, let's face it, whatever I do, I can't guarantee the bot's going to be Q-stick, right? Because it could have plays through the I and Alnico, could have caught. There's plenty of threats to play the Q. So I think Plied is good, because like I said, it gives me a great chance if I draw the Q. There's no other play that does that. There's a lot of plays, like if I do this and I draw the Q, I still threaten QIS, I guess, but I'm scoring so much fewer points, and I also don't have as good a backup if the bot blocks. And now without plays on the bottom right, the bot will be more incentivized to block, most likely. And then it's just going to be much more annoying for me to deal with the Q. I mean, I guess I have QIS and Sago, too. Like, I'll be able to play QIS, but it's not for, nearly as much. I think Plied is the right play. I like it. And having 6 tiles on my rack instead of 7 is actually probably good, because then, like I said, it's easier for me to go out in 2 with like a 4 and a 2 or something than a 4 and a 3, or especially a 2 and a 5. So I think this was a good play. And yeah, here, apparently, Yod is better than Yet in the end game, probably so it can block crazes like we saw, but it did end up QV sticking itself. No clue what's best here. Maybe I should just play O's and go out in 2. This honestly might be better. Yeah, this and then 2E. Yeah, because after this, the bot probably has to just play Heme. So let's see. This puts me at 406, minus 4. Heme is 18. That's minus 22. I get 30 from the bot's EQV. That's plus 30. It's plus 8. I go out with 2E for 10. Plus 18. I would have won by 18. I think I won by 15 in this game. So yeah, this would have worked out a couple points better, I think. In the end, maybe also a little bit simpler, but that's fine. I was a little low on time here, and I just wanted to go with what seemed like it would be a little more straightforward. Maybe it was a little bit less straightforward, but it worked out fine here. I mean, yeah, the bot went to a great expense to block my play of Crazes. I mean, I was actually pretty surprised it did that, like not just play Heme and let me have that, and then it can play off its V somewhere. Because yeah, now, I mean, I'm sure V-sticking it has to be correct. I have to play 2 tiles, unfortunately, to do it. But yeah, Fit looks good. Definitely don't want to get rid of my S. And then, yeah, there's nowhere for the V to go, so might as well just play Heme. Yeah, obviously, I'm not going to go out. I mean, it's 4 points to just play C go first. Was that my best O spot? I think so, yeah. Then the bot has to pass, and then, yeah, scalps. So maybe not my best end game, but, it was good enough. I finished with 7.5 seconds left, and man, what a game. That was a great game of Scrabble. I mean, that one, like, just could have gone either way the whole time. It was back and forth and then neck and neck and just, yeah, crazy complicated and cool endgame, too. Like I said, I'm sure I didn't play it perfectly, but I think I played it pretty well, and I played it good enough, which is what's most important. Won by 15 points, and guess what, guys? The hat and sunglasses are coming back next week. 3 wins in a row, and we're going to see if we can make it 4. So yeah, it's been quite a week after what was quite a week last week. We go like 0-3 minus 500 in a week, and then we put on the hat and sunglasses and go like 3-0 plus 400 the next week. So yeah, that's what happens with Scrabble sometimes, guys. It's a crazy game, but it's an awesome game. So yeah, I think that's it for this one. I know it's a long video, but this game wouldn't have. I wouldn't have done service to this game without a long video. So I appreciate everyone who made it through it. Hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something. And yeah, I'll see you all back with my hat and sunglasses for game number 76 next week. Very much looking forward to that one. Really appreciate all the support as always. And that's it for this one, guys. So have a good one. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.